And so before we get ready to jump off, we gotta do our little dance.
Go Cinderella, orgasm blush, lipstick, Gigasilla. Devil in a tight dress, girl, you a killer. And ain't nobody realer, and ain't nobody realer. Go, 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 go.
Okay. Then we grab our black cauldron pot, okay? Because we doing the juju. Get you something special to do your juju in. I got mine, all right? All right, peace, y'all. I had to adjust this camera chair because it just did whatever. So I had to go get my notes, y'all, because I wrote down the meaning of the herbs that we're going to be using today. And I want to be accurate while I'm telling you because, as you know, I like to create these products for women, but I also like to not gatekeep and tell y'all exactly what I'm using so that in the event that you might not have the money to buy the product from me, you may want to make it yourself. And sometimes, or every time that you make it yourself, it is way more powerful than it would be coming from me or anybody else because it's your own juju. Okay, so let's talk about it. The first herb we're going to use is Damiana. This is what it looks like. This is like a herbal aphrodisiac. So you can boil this and drink it in a tea, or like I'm doing, creating a spray with it. But it's very good for anxiety, mood swings, and it will increase your sexual energy. Okay, so if you start, like once you start using this spray, you start getting a couple, you know, little more dick appointments than usual, is because that's what you're reflecting. It's in your aura field. It is what they see. Okay, very attractive herb. Okay, whether you are drinking it or bathing in it or putting it on you. And yes, I do create every herb that I'm about to tell you about. I do create separate portals for them, so you just let me know if that's what you want or whatever, and we'll go from there. So the next herb that we're going to be using is the vervain herb. This is what it looks like. Okay, and the vervain herb is for regulating that nervous system, relaxing, you know what I'm saying, that body. All right, because a lot of times we carry a lot of stress up here in these shoulders and around your neck and all of that, you know what I'm saying. This with this vervain herb is going to start to relax, you know what I'm saying, bring down that energy, okay, to where it will be more of, this is where you're going to get your nonchalant energy from. Okay, the next one we have is the strawberry leaf, and this is all about the skin glow. Okay, glowing of the skin. So when you're spraying this on you, of course, you'll start to see a big difference in your skin complexion altogether. It just pretty much is going to even out that skin. But spiritually, this is for the imagery. This is for the reflection. Okay, it's like your blue. All right, then we got the magnolia leaf. Okay, this is what it looks like. It kind of looks like a hibiscus, but smaller. And it smells so good. I love working with this. But the magnolia leaf is for all right, sorry about that. So the magnolia leaf is also good for anxiety relief. Okay, and if you've noticed, hold on, before we go there, tell you about this last herb. The last herb we have is the midnight blooming jasmine. Now I could only find this in tea bags. I couldn't find this in loose leaf, but look at how they came already loose. Hold on, it's already, you know what I'm saying, it's loose tea, and I love that. But this is the midnight blooming jasmine, right? Now this midnight blooming jasmine also helps to reduce the stress and your mood swings. Okay, and a lot of times you having a whole lot of mood swings because of all of the built up trauma and things that you've experienced, the built up, you know, all the shit that done got on your nerve that you ain't spoke on. You just, you know, swallowing it or saying what needs to be said, but not to the person that you need to say it to. All of that shit is just sitting on you, sister girl. All of that shit is just sitting on you. So because of that, what this midnight blooming jasmine is going to do is it's going to help you to get right back in your center. Now, what I was going to say previously was, if you've noticed, all of these herbs are all about regulation of the nervous system, getting in the center of those mood swings and bringing down the anxiety, okay? Because that is what keeps you in an uproar. This is what keeps you not being able to see the whole picture and allowing anything that gets in front of you to get you off of your center. And we're trying to get you to a space where you stand on your center, okay? Because that's very important, especially now, okay? Know and remember who you are. You need this, okay? So, yeah, all of these herbs, like I stated earlier, is going to help you to get in control of yourself, to stay in control of yourself, all right? Because we're always constantly, as women, being pulled in all these directions, baby. But you only supposed to be giving 10%. Some of y'all is giving 90% to the world and everybody around you, and only 10% to yourself. And that should not be. That's why you're so imbalanced. This spray is going to help you to balance that out. Okay? All right, come on in. Come on in. Let's get it popping too. Okay? First, again, like I said, we got the Damiana leaf. And with these herbs, I just pour till the ancestors tell me to stop. So they be like, all right, sis. All right, baby, that's enough. You've done well. Okay. Just pour these herbs into you. Okay, vervain. Look, I ain't even looking at the order that they're going in, but they're coming out in the order that I taught y'all about them. Okay. Vervain. Okay. Vervain. Strawberry leaf. For that skin glow. Shit, baby. That motherfucking collagen ain't got shit on that strawberry leaf, baby. Get into some strawberry leaf. As I stated, that's for the skin glow. Gives you some collagen. Oh, y'all. And I got one more herb, of course, that can't be left out. We're going to take 3 bags. Drop them in, because yeah. The last and final ingredient that we're gonna put in is a live rose, okay? This rose has the real deep burgundy color, so look at all, it's just, you can see the energy on this rose petal, y'all. Like, I don't know if it's just me, but I can see that it's set, it's dried, so all of that energy is just sitting right there. And as you know, the rose is the highest vibrating flower on the earth. The rose is. It's the highest vibrating because it's the most attractive, okay? So whenever you're using the roses, or whenever I'm using the roses in anything, which I try to incorporate them in all of my baths because they're so high vibrational. Once you start to use them, you will automatically, instantly start to feel a difference, okay? Instantly. And it's just because it's so much intention in these. But I picked this rose from my garden. As you know, look at my previous video, you'll see that I harvest and pick and choose and cut my own roses. So we're going to take these off. Thank you. Thank you so much for your service. You got to talk to it, okay? Be nice. Because she didn't have to give me that. But she gave it to me, and I appreciate you. Then we drop them rose petals in there, okay? And then last, we got that magnolia. Can't leave out the magnolia, okay? Pour it to the ancestors. Be like, all right, baby, that's enough. Oh. All right, so here are the herbs in the pot, in the cauldron. Okay, everything's in there well, and now we're going to add our water. And yes, bitch, I add the water from the sink. What the fuck wrong with y'all? Don't come over here trying to tell me I'm supposed to get a motherfucking bottle of... All right, herbs are on the stove. Let's turn on this pot. Well, hello. We're going to put it on like a 4. Actually, we're going to put it on 6 and let it start to boil. Then once it starts boiling, we'll turn it down to 4 and let it do it for another 15, 20 minutes, okay? So now that our herbs have completely boiled down, let me show y'all what it looks like. Okay, hold on. Yeah, get a little lighted down. This is what they look like after they've settled. You know what I'm saying? Everything has boiled down. Now what we're gonna do is strain these herbs, get all that goodness up out of there. Okay, now I do create these sprays with the herbs or without the herbs. Again, as you can see, these are actual herbs. Okay, so they are perishable. So once you receive this, you must put this in the refrigerator until, you know, you get ready to use it. Okay, but it's very potent, it's very powerful, and yeah, let's keep it going. All right, y'all, this is my little concoction for straining all my herbs and stuff. This is actually a vase. So you may catch flowers in this, baby, or you may catch herbs in this motherfucker. So let me show y'all how I do it. And there you have it. The motherfucking Inner Beauty spray. Okay, it gotta cool down, y'all. It's still steaming. We're gonna let old Maniki Nico bless it back there, okay? Also with the goddesses back here as well. You know what I'm saying? Showing our exchange of energy. You feel me? Because in this moment, that's you. And that's me. Giving you the flowers. Giving you the wand. Giving you the motherfucking energy. To stand up and be in your motherfucking greatness, bitch. Don't you motherfucking play with you. I don't know where the all right, guys, this is the final look of the Inner Beauty water. Isn't that pretty? And the herbs that you see on the top are just some extra herbs that were left from after I strained them. But isn't that beautiful? Isn't that magical? I absolutely love making this, y'all. Yes. Yes. Inner Beauty water, okay? So, like I said, I can make this also into a bath, which is what I'm going to have to do, guys, because I only have one spray bottle left. That's the last spray bottle that I have left, but I have a lot of those, okay? So I think what I'm going to do is, because you guys stayed and watched me create this, I'm going to fill up as many of these as I can with this water here. And I'm going to send it to you guys. But you have to promise me that you're going to let me know how the bath went. Let me know what you experienced after the bath. Let me know how it's changed you. You gotta tell me. That's the only way I'm gonna give it to you. And if you don't tell me, I'm gonna be real mad and you're gonna hurt my feelings and we're gonna have to fight a little bit. So that's how you gonna pay me back. Just tell me how it is, okay? I'm gonna give these away. I'm gonna give these away. So if you like to have one of these, as I said, it's only 11 of these beauty waters, but that's how sure I am of this shit being on point. Like I said, you would add this to a regular bath. Look, I'm gonna do a bath tonight and I'll show you how to use it.